Because I was about ready to give up on this. I don't know if that's showing or not, but I cut a wedge. It's about 1 inch down here and about a 1/4 inch up here, so just glued it in. Everything I've tried will climb it now. That couldn't have changed the angle over that distance, maybe a degree or two. The other issue was the existing step here, getting up to this now that it's taller. And I was going to build a little bridge, and I happen to have this curved piece of foam. Oops. And it just sits there. And I glued a block down here, so that's pretty fixed. Once that's painted, just a random rock. Yeah, but I was pretty bummed yesterday when I tried to climb this and nothing would get up it. And this is my deadbolt. It's the shortest wheelbase. Whoops. I guess it helps if you still wants to slide, but once it's plastered, I'm probably going to add some sand up here, like I was talking about. Stoked. Anyway, just an update. I started priming, but I stopped because unless I could figure out this climb, it wasn't going to happen. Actually kind of cool. Anyway, shorty. So, once I got the climb working, I went ahead and primed it. And once I get painted, then I'll come back and do some sand. And I may end up adding some more ledges and stuff on both climbs. See how it works. This is my new Red Cat Ascent. This thing is actually amazing out of the box. It needs some attention, tires and wheels, but this feature almost went out the window because I misinterpreted the slick cardboard on this as the issue when it was just too steep, and not having any room to extend it to make this longer, I'm coming up with this little thing. I'm not even even sure how that happened, but glad it did. This is about this new feature. And tomorrow we'll probably start painting it. I'm not playing with my red cat. I think I mentioned this one ended up a lot smoother, slicker, even though it has some other issues with how steep it is. But the one step I didn't do on this because I didn't think it was needed was the plaster cloth, but it adds a lot of texture, even though I'll go back over it to fill any pores in the cloth. Plus it just kind of blends everything, looks better. I don't know if I'm going to do the top or not. I'm definitely going to do this climb. Anyway, and the top of that. And plastered. You can't see because it's white. Right here, front tires hit. Whoops. This is where the front tires get a little light and start spinning. So I'm gonna start the sand right here and do some feathering, but this needs some serious texturing. And I got it sanded. I still have to paint it. I don't know if the camera's showing this. I mean, I added a few rocks and stuff. When I was doing the sand, it kind of led to putting it more than just where I was needing extra traction. I'm getting ready to paint it, and I think I'll probably come back and apply more sand just for the color. Kind of humbled by this one. I mean, it almost went out the window, as I mentioned earlier, because it just wasn't working and kept messing with it. And now everything I've got will climb it. This side is still a little challenging. You have to pick a line if you slide sideways. That's what makes it fun, I guess. Anyway, getting ready to paint it. But yeah, the intent was to make something challenging to drive. It ended up being challenging to build. Anyway, later. Okay, sanded and painted. It's night and the LEDs just really play hell with the colors. I started highlighting, dry brushing. Anyway, this one kicked my butt. I got a new little handheld thing that's supposed to help stabilize it. It probably helps a little bit, but I shake so bad it doesn't really matter. And I can't see the camera, so I'm kind of and this will probably be the last video on this for quite a while. I have some details to do, finish dry brushing, get some plants, but nothing worth filming. Not that any of this has been, but you know. I'll finish this off with driving, axial deadbolt, axial AX24 with the Willys body, and new Red Cat Ascent. Surprisingly, my little deadbolt, which is pretty much stock, just aces this thing. It's just really amazing. And my little AX24 for some reason has a problem. I think it's just wheelbase where the wheels end up landing, at least on this climb. And I also realized that it's been approximately a year that I've been working on this. So we'll see you later.